Hey guys, welcome back to the nightly stream. Thanks for stopping by. Hope everyone's good tonight. We finished up a Plague Tale Innocence last night. I figured tonight we would start, well, it's definitely different. It's a point and click game. It's called Norco. It just came out this week. It is a point and click game. You know, like I said, you know, we'll try any game. We'll go from some AAA games to, you know, indie games and point and click games to action adventure games and horror games. Not my favorite genre, by the way, but we'll go there though. So if you don't like point and click games, this, you know, it's probably not for you. I used to love them. I haven't. This is the first time I've played a point and click game in a long time. I have heard good things about this game, so we'll see, and we'll see together. So, like we always do, we'll take a look at the settings first. Just, you know, in case anyone's curious about them. There's really not much here. Audio, you got the master, music. I find this interesting because you got environmental, SFX, but then you've also got atmosphere. Then you got the dialogue voices. I did try the game out earlier just to try to get the audio levels right. And the dialogue voices, well, you really can't make them out. At least I couldn't anyway. Kind of like a little bit, you know, gibberish. And then you've also got the UI SFX. Under resolution, you know, just full screen, then all this. I do like this though. You can actually change the dialogue font. You have Meriwether, Play, Open Dyslexic. I chose that one simply because I kind of like the look of it. Noto and not a pixel. And you change the color of them. The spacing. I do like that though. I mean, like if you have, you know, bad eyesight or something, if spacious would help. Then you have speed, standard, fast, immediate. This one's interesting. CRT filter. It changed it to look like an old CRT display. You can see where the border of it kind of pops up around the edges. It's got that curved look to it. Yeah, there we go. So that's, you know, regular with that enabled. Then filter on. So definitely much clearer without the filter on. But I do like the option though. Just gives it that really old look to it. Alright. Start a new game. Norco, Louisiana. Shield hid the stars behind halogen and flame projected onto the sky every night. There was no such thing as silence. The noise never went away. The refinery exhaled an endless sigh. As a side note, you do get to make some choices. So here you got, I could never sleep, it was so loud, or I still can't sleep without that noise, or without that sound. In your dreams, the towers were grand cathedrals, places of worship. Swamps hid behind mirrors like spies. The birds transformed into radiant spheres and traced omens above. Yeah. You spent your adolescence sleepwalking between little devastating rituals. Though Blake pleaded, you decided to leave. I didn't care, but for a while you did. You called out on the grainer to Chicago and onward to the West Coast. You never left Louisiana, thought you'd never return. You thought the ghosts of the lowlands wouldn't find you hiding along the road. The years carried you through overlit suburbs of the vast American limbo, across mountains, above cell towers. Thumbing down 99, you saw an old man crouched on a roadside ditch. He was mouthing your name. He had a familiar gaze. He was gone when you wiped the sleep from your eyes. You spoke to Blake, learning of your mother's declining health, her insomnia, her erratic behavior. You ignore the urgency in your brother's voice. By and by, you made your way east. You threw your phone into the Rio Grande. You joined the armies of the Mesa. For months, you were in the company of fugitives. You slept in nuclear tunnels, repairing engines and weaponry. The war was a meme that set Albuquerque on fire. You escaped while the foot soldiers of a pop junta bloodied the parched land. While hiding in the berth of a freightliner, I slept. You slept easily as the truck shuttled through the plains. You called home from a landline in a motel somewhere beyond Texas. You knew from Blake's hello that your mother was already dead. You hung up, shouldered your bag, returned to the highway. 5 years had passed. The ghosts were calling you back home. Act 1. Lowland Ghosts. You awake from a delirious dream to find yourself in your childhood bedroom. Monkey watches you from the corner. Okay, you got books. Among the books on the shelf is a slim volume called Crisis LARPing. The proto-disaster terrorism began almost as soon as the floodwaters left. Monks from across the country ventured into the Ninth Ward, Gentilly, St. Bernard, and finally the East. They curated a theatrical self-portrait of their lives in the ruins. The aesthetics of disaster were central to that emerging milieu. It began to percolate into popular culture. Collapse became the zeitgeist. Wise investors recuperated the experience of disaster. New Orleans became a plastic dystopia, a marketplace for crisis. You assume Million has been keeping your plans alive. A flyer from a show your friend put on a few weeks before you left town. A fight broke out while one of the opening bands played. Let's see. I got whipped in the face with a bike chain. You still have a scar above your left eye. After the show, you and Blake shot fireworks on the roof of a hotel on Woodruff Street. Sleepless and sober, the two of you walked back to Norco. You watched the sun climb over the grain elevators. A sticker from grade school, half peeled from the window. Monkey, your best friend, a childhood gift. You spoke with him often when things got difficult, but when you left, he sat there for 5 years collecting dust. 5 years. His eyes filled with anger as he challenged you to return his gaze. Staring Contest Part 1, Glyphs. Glyphs will appear and flash a pattern. Match the pattern to meet Monkey's gaze. Ready? successfully meet Monkey's gaze with a cool assurance. However, his expression is unchanged. You stare more intensely. Staring Contest Part 2, Rings. Circles will appear over Monkey's eyes. An outer ring will shrink to the perimeter of the circle. Click the circle and the outer ring locks into place. Oh. Anger melts from Monkey's face. And we'll take Monkey. You drape Monkey over your shoulder. Monkey? Monkey stares at you. You stare at Monkey. Keep staring. He stares for more intensity until his gaze passes through you. You become invisible to him. Keep staring. Little circles of light pull into the doll's tired eyes as they watch you, the infinite space beyond your being. The air that hangs between your eyes and his is a vacuum of utter stillness. You look away. Cool January air spills through the open window. The low sun washes over the neighborhood. A small flock of blackbirds dissolve into the tree line towards the lake. Commuter traffic glints along Apple Street as a pair of wrens weave out of the overgrown lot next door. Laptop. Laptop your friend. I think that's a grandfather, I think. He gives it you eyes on a shoddy particle board desk. As the screen illuminates, you notice that the signal in the house is dead. No internet. It looks like Blake was using the computer for some point. He left a browser tab open. Let's see. Oop. Alright. A mod bot. Anybody still post here? Nope. Place is a wasteland. Mods are all SJWS. You're posting? Nice one, jackass. Forgot I even posted. Want to run something by you, gents. Was knocking out sack, let the spillway. That's a fish, I think. Saw a big round glowing thing in the sky. Oh, that's the sun, OP. Funny. Talked to somebody else, seen it too near the Parish Canal. Bruh, that's the sun. Left my ass off. I see that every day, OP. Been rising and setting every day I've been alive. Step it, fucks. Anybody seen or not? Nothing like this but birds in them swamps be acting weird. We've all seen the sun, bruh. Relax. Looked like it was made of glass, maybe. Would glow real bright, but not at all. Move fast. Best pick I could get. All kinds of shit been happening out that way. Get some sleep, OP. Need cash fast? Install Quack Job. Use promo code #bleed3. Quack coin. What kind of name is Quack Job? Just like the name sounds. Full of lunatics. That's a way of getting you to join a cult. Worse than them people living in the mall and Kenner. You can't trade that coin. They use on hardly any exchanges because everybody knows it's a goddamn Ponzi scheme. Mods won't do a thing about shills, but they'll ban you on the spot for using a naughty word. This is a joke. ClearNet's nothing but slebs, libs, and bots. Seen this exact thing, OP? Still there? Seen at the base of the upper section. Okay, so this is you. It says mind map. Interesting. You. We're traveling through the Midwest. The freight cars rattled in the cold dusk as you crashed on the grainer porch. The cell towers peeked over the flat country, translating to the notions of the world. Lights of suburban Memphis, the fences, the traffic. Stark shadows under a lavender blanket of clouds. Afraid, tired, silent, alert at each terminal, you watch the night decay for miles. Then what? You're on the back of a van wedged between amplifiers from Chicago to Des Moines. You stole a heater from Walmart and brought it to the poorly attended house show. There's more into Kansas. Kansas City to Denver. Across the Rockies. Your friends went south, and you were glad to be alone. You spent long nights along those highways in a shitty sleeping bag. You bathed in rivers. You watched the ocean of outer space. You watched the satellites travel along their course, down the Pacific coast. Summer days arrived. You built a bike in the garage in Eureka and took it south. Generator shows on the beach. Interstate on ramps, teeming with personalities. The familiar smile on the face of the old man in the Central Valley ditch. That smile burned its image into your eyes. You are home again. Because your brother needs you. Because your mom died. You finished off. Okay. What we got here? We got Blake. What? That's your brother. Catherine must be your mom. And Ditch Man, self-explanatory. Let's see. The smile of the man who crashed in the ditch at the highway revisits your mind. His hair was smudged with Wednesday ashes and mascara ran from his eyes. Yep. Oh, see that? Must be him because he looks up when you do that. These patterns on these, was it trees, slide up when you hover over her. Same thing with him, but there's also like a sad face, if you can see it right there. And over you, right there. Your brother. There's a lot. Younger, reckless, gets in trouble. Spends sleepless nights scrolling image boards. An edgelord, a shitlord, a sensitive soul, compassionate, foolish. Can't take criticism. Always needs money. Tries to help those he loves, but often makes things worse. What else? Insecure, dysmorphic, constantly checking his reflection. Always seeking validation. Was terrified of you leaving, and now he's terrified of you dying. He needs to get over it. You're all the family he's got. Your brother is oblivious. Your grandma once said that she didn't expect much from Blake. She said he was short-tempered, oblivious, and couldn't focus. Blake was sitting in the chair across from her, staring down at a tablet. After she left the room, he asked him how he felt. I feel fine, he said. Why? That's what Gran said, he responded. He looked confused. Well, what'd she say? Catherine, your mom, died. Cancer metastasized. It was in her liver, then her lungs, then it was in her brain. She was on chemo, never finished the third course. At the hospice on Jefferson Highway, Blake said the traffic shook the building. He left before she drew her last breath. Along with the morphine drip and the rattling glass, that's how Catherine died. So I'm guessing, okay, so this, like I said, this represents you. But when there's something new to look at, there was like a green circle right here. So we'll have to pay attention to that. Okay, so we got everything in here that we can look at and investigate. See, living room. Oh. That out. The Shield Oil Refinery. The sprawling Shield Industrial Complex. Long ago, it was plantation land, cheap and abundant along the Mississippi River. The refinery grew in stages, slowly displacing surrounding neighborhoods. The chemical annex came online later. Children of the enslaved became the neighbors of this machine. Towers. Carbon and alloy and stainless steel. Among the columns sits the catalytic cracking unit that rocked the town. Pipelines. The web work crosses high and low, over and under traffic and water and concrete, like veins, like gossamer, like neural circuitry. Lights. Everywhere. Helmet probing the river's expanse, caught at patterns of warm sodium and cold LEDs winking, thinking, knowing. Saying something, speaking, burning eyes seeing. Something to decipher in all that Norco light. I remember Blue. The only thing that you do. And when he died, Oliver did too. See? Let's see. Shield. Shield is an oil refinery. Shield Gulf South is a regional subsidiary of a transnational oil empire. It holds a large share of leases in the Gulf of Mexico and refines crude oil right here in Norco. The chemical annex sits on the other side of town from the refinery. It produces the feedstock for plastic consumer products. Shield owns half the town. Shield. Blue. Blue is a vague memory. You don't remember Blue. One of the things he left behind. Photographs, cologne, tools, the name that your mother kept. Even the pictures that have survived are too faint to make out. Hey, we were investigating the living room. Laundry. Your mom's unfolded laundry. Photo album. A family photo album. Look. Yellow on pages of disposable photographs. Your grandfather. Peculiar look on his face. Impossible to read. Your mom staring at Blake through the obscure lighting. He's dressed as a vampire, tugging at someone's waist. Pleated khaki shorts. A photo labeled duck. Scene of a barbecue on the lakefront. The man at the center points playfully at the camera. His face is obscured. Turn the page and there's Blue, your father. Though you've never thought of him that way. His skin stained by the sun, a canister of dip shoved into his front pocket. His easy smile, his knowing eyes. You set the book aside. Okay, and it appears that whenever you get a new, we'll just say new information, the outline's going to be, is that a light blue? Or Pops Pierre. Your grandfather, Peter Pops Pierre Alicon. He passed away when you were a teenager. He seemed to court controversy, though as a child you never understood why. And Duck. An old friend of your mom's. Remember of him was scattered and vague. Oh, hold on a second. Just wanted to see if any of these caused anything in the background to light up or... Okay. So Pops... Yeah, the things on the trees here. That one doesn't appear to do anything. So it appears, I started to say it looks like members of your family causes those to light up, but was it Blue supposed to be your father? He doesn't seem to do anything unless he was like your stepdad, maybe. Alright, Mel. A letter from Shield Oil sits atop a stack of mail. Shield Oil Community Notice. Dear neighbor, please be advised. There will be elevated flaring at the side of your number 5 stack near Good Hope on the evening of Thursday, March 19th. This will pose no health risk to residents. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact the Shield Norco Office of Community Engagement. Memories of sleepless nights, the Doe refinery hum in the red halogen half-darkness. Your mom's sitting here, staring through the window. There was a tension in her demeanor, as if you were interrupting some urgent and obligatory task. She continued to the kitchen with no words exchanged. See, but those nights were rare, or I thought she hated me. I mean, they do seem to have like a troubled history, so... I thought she hated me. She was thinking about Blue. She barely knew you were there. You peruse the titles on the bookshelf. Oh. See, the western margin of the lake. Many tragedies have come to pass along the western margin of Lake. Pontchartrain? The unnamed hurricane of YW9D left the settlements of Vernier and La Branche in the state of unrecognizable destruction. Those who survived did so by clinging for their lives to the limbs of cypress trees. The fables and secrets of those communities lie with the bones now scattered in the sediment of the lake. Now, you're going to have to excuse me, guys. I mean, I am going to mispronounce a lot of words, apparently. So I apologize in advance. Let's see. Critiques of deliberate externality. Shield has acquired much of Norco's most flood-resistant land through a variety of mechanisms. But there are more argue that one such mechanism is a process of deliberate externality. This theory posits that key corporate decision makers encourage a company to emit effluent and noxious substances into the environment with the explicit intention of decreasing neighboring property values. This compels residents to sell their properties below market value to relocate as quickly as possible. The criticism that this theory often receives is that it diminishes the importance of slavery in situating black residents along industrial fence lines up and down the Mississippi River. In the words of Carter, slavery was a deliberate externality from which Shield continues to profit. Pollution was never needed. Let's see, Fenceline Diaspora. In the end, we decided to leave Dimes. It wasn't the cat cracker or the smells, or the fear for our children's health that drove us away, though they played a part. Truth be told, it was the media attention. The spokespeople and activists and academics and all this. I was done with it. I was done being a poster child, done with being thought of as a victim. I wanted my experience to be my own, not something to gawk at or dissect in a laboratory. A photo of your mom holding Blake as a baby on a beach in Pensacola, Florida. It's winter. You stand beside them, bundled up and laughing as a gust of wind rakes the beach. The sky is bone white. Sounds like it just kicked on. The heat of spring will soon arrive and the mildewed air of the window unit will fill the room. An old defective flat screen that your mom never bothered to bring to the curb. You turn on the television. A chaotic distortion of your mother's memories flash before you. Tune in. it seems to repeat. So. Monkey, got anything to say? No? Okay. Head to the bedroom. Head to the kitchen. You're always frightened by the laundry room. You've discovered so many dead cockroaches in this microwave over the years that it's discouraged you from using it. For several months, a dead baby roach was stuck between the clock's display and the protective screen blocking the hour. Blake finally shook the microwave aggressively enough that the roach fell into the guts of the machine. Your mom's painkillers are spilled across the counter. See, that goes to the backyard. Go to the attic. Not much up here. There used to be much more clutter up here. You imagine your mom gave it away as the end approached. Three times this house was flooded. The first flood. The first flood is a shadow of a memory. Placing your feet down on drenched carpet, your mom and grandfather ripped out sheetrock. Sitting in a small RV in the backyard, setting dolls on a cluttered little table. The second flood, you were 14. The pumping station fell during a heavy rain. You were in class watching the clouds move upriver. You got a text message from your mom. Saying, Dreshan, I'll come get you. For 2 weeks, you shared a hotel room with your mom and Blake. She spent all of her days gutting the house. In the evenings, you would sometimes help. The third flood. Another pump failure. Your mom hired contractors with the insurance money. She said she was getting too old for it. You were bitter. You blamed her for not selling the house sooner. You stayed with friends in New Orleans. The fourth flood. The fourth flood will follow a slow hurricane. It will be a calamity. It will leave the entire region submerged as critical levees breach. There will be a massive blackout that lasts weeks. Much of the sewerage infrastructure will be damaged beyond repair. The embattled federal government will do nothing to assist. It will bankrupt the region. Small militant enclaves will form along the high ground of the Mississippi River. They will take to piracy and hijacking commercial shipping vessels. Private mercenary forces will retaliate in kind. Slowly, industry will flee this hot zone. The old river control structure will collapse from neglect and sabotage. The Mississippi River will again change its course. Norco, an old abandoned refinery town on a ghost of a river. Your house will be squatted and then raised. Okay. Three crows eye you from the power line. Your mom fed the neighborhood strays. They must be hungry since you passed. Your grandfather's statue of the Virgin Mary sits in the shadows along the crawl space of the house. Interesting looking. You observe the weathered concrete and flaking paint of the statue. Inspect further. The face is especially deteriorated, framed by a system of cracks. You run your hands along the deteriorating contours of the statue. Oh. It snaps off as if by design. Behind the statue's face hides an odd assemblage of electronics carelessly soldered together. At the center of the electronic configuration is what appears to be a card reader. Oh, I mean, we don't have anything to use with it. That is very suspicious, right? A steel pry bar lies on the ground. This truck was your grandfather's. You remember riding in his lap while he let you steer. The dead wasp that collected behind the seat, the smell of grease, whiskey, and nicotine. You and Blake would drive the truck in New Orleans on the weekends, no AC, windows down, the railing chasing. Was definitely going 75 on Interstate 10. Million has been slowly repairing the vehicle since your mom's death. Is that Million? Yep, Million. I mean, we came across that name before in the bedroom when we investigated the plant. Those crows. A disintegrating crab net. Who taught your mom how to make these, and your mom taught you? In the summers, you'd bike to the suction before sunrise, tie chicken necks to the bottom ring of your net, submerge it, sit there nursing your coffee while the swamp raised its voice. You'd come home with a dozen or so crabs, snapping and reeling in your burlap bag. You assume your mom hadn't been out on the water much this past year. I thought it was like a dream catcher at first. Your mom kept all of her gear in a plastic container strapped behind the cab of the truck. Boots, waders, flashlights, tackle, first aid kit, etc. Your mom's old 4-cylinder 350cc bike has extensive rust and wear. Oh, Million's a her. Million sits in her characteristic slouch, lost in thought. Her carapace has taken on the rusted and weather-worn quality of the rest of the machinery in the yard. You recall the night that your mom showed up with her. You and Blake stayed up past dawn, went over pirate API docks. Her ragdoll ass was slumped on the floor as you wrote the routing procedure. You wonder if such memories hide behind her constellation of eyes. The robot regards you casually. Ah, check out that design. Million. K, you're awake. Let's see. Good sleep or best sleep in years. Couldn't sleep. Catherine used to say the sound of the refinery helped pacify you. Perhaps that's no longer true. In any case, I'm certain I was no help. She gestures towards the motorcycle at the edge of the carport. I was turning over the engine on that bike to test the coils. It was quite noisy, but they're in good shape now. All I need is a fuse, and we can use it to get around while I finish repairing the truck. I heard the phone ringing inside, but I had my hands full. Where can we get a fuse? The gas station just up the road has them, but you may have to persuade Troy to let you in. Were you expecting a call? Many people have been calling since Catherine died. Your brother's usually the one to answer the phone, but I don't know where he went off to. I wonder where he could be. Likely at the bar or bookstore if I had to guess. Why would so many people be calling? Your mother left behind a lot of loose ends. From what little I know, I gather she was conducting research for Decline in Fat City. I sense that many people would like to acquire that data. I am unaware of where she has hidden it. Perhaps Blake knows its whereabouts? Let's see. Who is this client? I haven't a clue. These aren't things that she discussed with me. As the cancer spread, she became more guarded. With her research. I took her knowledge for granted. Your mother had a lot to teach, but she wasn't always the easiest person to get along with. Who exactly would want to see the data? Your mother spent her entire life researching this town. She knew histories that others have forgotten. History has a lot of value in this place. So anyway, that's all. Yeah, we got some new stuff. Million was a security android. She guarded the perimeter of the aluminum refinery in Mercy. One day she ran away. Why? You don't know. Million was a fugitive. Once a fugitive, now just a relic. She spends hours in stasis beneath the house just like any discarded thing would. Million was a security android. One day she ran away to find her family? What? No. Yeah, so that's how it works. Then you've got the blue outline around new things to investigate. Your mom was conducting research. For who? For a client in Fat City. Client. Your mom was conducting research for a client in Fat City. That's all you know. Okay, so we need to get a fuse. We've been all throughout the house. Sisters. Little sister. A turtle. He crawled out of the trash can. Big sister. Don't touch him. See? He's dirty. No, he's not. They're always clean. They live in water. Trash water is not clean. You gotta go, see? Just let me stare a little longer. He's pretty. The two sisters continue to argue over the turtle that crawled out of the trash can. The snowball stand is closed for the winter. Purdue private investigators. We snoop for you. Well, that's wrong with Purdue private investigators. You knock. No answer. Yeah, see, that's all that does up here. Just brings down the options. Let's see, Floodgate Tavern, home, Dimes discount. Probably where we get the fuse at. Let's have a Floodgate Tavern first. The Floodgate Tavern. Many shield workers gather here after shifts. It's closed. Should be open later in the evening. A freight loader is being repaired in the mature woods over the levee. Film set. A film crew is set up along River Road. Several floodlights illuminate a gruesome murder scene. Two men stand pensively above a corpse. Approach the set. As you near the set, a small energetic man jumps from his chair. Director. Attention, dumbass! Can't you see we're trying to shoot here? Well, what are you filming? The detective drama called None of Your Goddamn Business. Any other questions? Sounds cool. So is this like a murder scene? Keep it up and it's going to be. Hey, you know what? Oh, wait a second. You from around here? Yeah? I think you use some cultural expertise, you might say. We're filming a Bayou cop drama and all these knuckleheads are from LA. An actor on set turns towards the director. Actor, I told you, Kevin, I'm from Texas. Oh, that's right, Noah, I forgot. Your Harvard-educated daddy bought a boutique ranch outside Austin. Well, I'll make you a cowboy hoss. Now hush up before you scare off the yokel. The director returns his attention to you with a mild look of disgust. Help us out, will you? This script needs some work. What do you say? Fine. Great. Hey, Noah, get over here so you can learn something from this stupid redneck. The actor smolders. He whispers under his breath, I'm a redneck. Fine, Noah, you're a redneck. A real salt-of-the-earth kind of guy. But as luck would have it, we came across an even dumpier hayseed than you, okay? So just take a knee. Alright, anyway, we need some good slang. What do you call a villain, a bad apple, a lowlife? Asshole, bad daddy, crawfish, devil? Let's go with crawfish devil. Crawfish devil? You nod solemnly. Wow! Now that is some spicy Louisiana shit right there. Did you get that, Noah? Write that shit down. Crawfish devil. Damn, that's good. That's sultry. Who says that? No one says that. No one at Juilliard says it, Noah, but we're down here in the muck. I've been hearing all kinds of people say it down here. It just slipped my mind. Great, that's settled. One more thing. What's a more regional way of saying to murder, to kill? Slay, send them home with the roosters. Slather them with the oyster flavored peanut butter? Let's go with the second one. Send them home with the roosters. Send them home with the roosters. You maintain severe eye contact. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Sounds raw. Sounds real. Remember, Noah, home with the roosters. Well, I'm satisfied. The crawfish devil. Send another poor bastard home with the roosters. Sends a shiver down my spine. I seriously have to repeat this? This is how real people speak, Noah. It's how people outside Silver Lake, you understand. Real people are out here saying weird, gross shit all the time. So memorize that line, because that line is going to win me a Golden Globe. Oh, the director half remembers your presence. I'm pretty good at sourcing talent, aren't I? I always had a knack for it. I guess I owe you one. If you ever need anything, talk to Noah or somebody else on the set. Just don't bother me, I'm busy. Now get lost. Okay. Well, before we go into the gas station, let's just have a look around some more. Yeah, see, to me that looks fantastic. I love that. A memorial languishes in the river mud. 2x4 cross, plywood plaque, forms of pulverized concrete. Straight haphazardly on the plywood is a remembrance plaque. Here passed the brave freedom fighters in January XW11, whose cries of liberty echoed through the generations. In much smaller lettering, a different hand scratched fake across the bottom of the plaque. A lone horse drinks from the stagnant water poured along the riverbank. A man sits on a pile of flotsam, his head buried in his canvas jacket against the sharp air. Drifter. Stupid horse. The man's gaze stays fixed on the opposite bank of the river, never turning to you nor the horse. Yeah? He spits on the dirt at his feet. You know what all they dump in that water? Hell of a cocktail. He spits again, wiping a string of mucus onto his sleeve. What are you out here for anyhow? You heard they got a criminal on the loose? Bring the law around here, making things harder for the rest of us. Best be sharp, young one. So many evenings spent watching traffic pass by this gas station. Little's changed. The neighboring business still sits abandoned. The surrounding streets are quiet and empty. Troy, well, well, well. Look who's back. Ah. What happened? Carl will forget you beside the road. You even brought your little doll. That's cute. Wow, Troy, you look like shit. That's because my mom died. Oh, wow, Troy, you look like shit. Not even gonna start with you. How come the rest of your family so chill, but you so uptight? Yeah, like you know anything about my family. Brad. Ain't like Norco's some big metropolis. Used to go out to the Bronx with Catherine and Blake while you were busy, yeah, what were you doing? Bleaching your hair or some shit? Now they got all these clowns like you saying Catherine dead. They wouldn't let her go that easy. You're trolling me about my dead mom. Trolling? You're so damn sensitive. Can't say nothing around you. Your mom was excavating all along the rim of the lake. She used to pay me to help from time to time, matter of fact. She needed somebody smart. Somebody vigilant. Somebody like me. Especially with the shield snooping around. I seen some wild shit out in them swamps with Catherine. What kind of shit? I won't bother telling you about it. I hurt your brain. Anyhow, this ain't story time. Not letting you in this gas station. Goddamn company that runs this dump did me dirty. They swapped me with an ATM machine for speaking truth. They let nobody through till I get an apology, at the very least. That sucks. Don't patronize me with your weak pity. If you really want to get through, go get me some of them pills your brother was selling. That might persuade me. Yeah, well, we can either fight or leave. I'm gonna fight him. Joking, right? Trying to get wrecked? Alright then, let's go. What? Okay, that's you. Hey, monkey? Okay. Okay, yeah, that's interesting. How in the hell was monkey fighting though? I'm not going to question it. Okay. Troy. Troy knows your family. He's buying pills from Blake and occasionally helping your mom with the research. He says she was conducting research in the lake. See Troy out there. Let's see, dog food. Dusty bags of dog food line the shelf. Uses. Protein bars, bubblegum, breath mints, taffy, etc. You wonder if this place ever started checking IDs. Here in high school, friends in the city would drive all this way just to get booze. Immaculately stocked cigarettes. Kiosk. The disembodied illuminated head of the kiosk levitates silently in the browser tab. Good evening. How may I help you? See, you own this place? You know Troy, that guy outside? I'm good. See, you own this place? Hey, I'm Discountware, distributed cloud-based operating system for American Discount Southeast Incorporated. Semantic version number 16.3.3. The owner of this franchise is Parallel & Sons LLC. Discountware is licensed Parallel & Sons LLC via the standard American Discount Southeast Incorporated licensing agreement. That's a mouthful. How do you like this job? I proudly perform the routine maintenance operations and procedures of 227 American Discount Southeast Incorporated franchise locations across the Southeast region. American Discount Southeast Incorporated is a model company awarded for excellence in business and community service. Thank you for inquiring about American Discount Southeast Incorporated. You know Troy, that guy outside? Thank you for your inquiry. I am forwarding to Parallel & Sons LLC. Parallel & Sons LLC has declined to respond to your inquiry. So why did Troy get fired? American Discount Southeast Incorporated prides itself on its outstanding mentorship and job training program. American Discount Southeast Incorporated works to ensure that each franchise location provides opportunities for career growth. For American Discount Southeast Incorporated franchise locations, we leverage automation and machine learning technologies to enhance the lives of all employees. To apply for a position at any American Discount Southeast Incorporated franchise location, please visit American Discount SE-ADSE today. I'm good. Fuses hang on the shelf. Oop. You grab a fuse. Kiosk. I detect that you have merchandise in your possession. You must remove any unpurchased items from your backpack and scan them in order to exit the store. Now, to use an item in your inventory, drag the item from the inventory menu to the intended target. It's here. That'll be the manual price scanner. You scan the fuse. Thank you for your purchase. And alright, guess we got it. Try knocking again. You not? No answer. Ain't seen cat food for the cat. You got the fuse? Good. We'll be able to use the bike to get around town until I'm done with the truck. It concerns me that Blake still hasn't returned. He's been spending a lot of his time at Sarpy Paperbacks lately. Perhaps we should look for him there. Airline Highway. Million joins party. The sky bleeds a color you knew as a child. Airline Highway passes beneath your feet. Millions join your party. Interact with party members by clicking their portraits in the party menu. If you're stuck, they may be able to help. Monkey. Monkey starts at you. You start monkey. Million shouts over the wind. Background's much better now. You can use it to get around during your visit. What's it been like around town? Chill has been expanding since you left. Catherine took your grandfather's boat into the lake to investigate reports of construction in the swamps along the shoreline. He assumed it to be unpermitted shield activity. She was unable to find any evidence of it. However, it was clear that she found something during that investigation. What was it? I don't know. Perhaps you do. Let's see. Haven't spoken to her in years. Now what I know. Why do you care? But what makes you think she found something? You didn't mention it. What makes you think she found something? I've known Catherine for a long time. Her behavior changed. In any event, something drew her to the lake in the months before her death. Let's see, where could Blake be? How's Blake been? Have you been? I'm always the same, Kay. Always the same. Is that bad or good? Whichever you prefer. Fair enough. How's Blake been? The year that you left, Blake became uncontrollable. His behavior troubled Catherine deeply. He was beginning to remind her of your grandfather. After he was expelled from Estrahan, he began running drugs into the parish. He made himself many enemies. He put those things behind him after her illness. Now that she's gone, I'm uncertain what to expect. Let's see, I should have stuck around, or this place can ruin people. I mean, I'm going to assume Catherine probably feels a little bit of guilt from all that. Should have stuck around. Perhaps. I want to apologize for leaving, or I'm sorry for leaving. I'm sorry for leaving. Blake took it very personally, but your mother understood. She always wanted you to experience America while you could. Did you take it personally? No. Where could Blake be? He spends much of his time at Serpent Paperbacks. Perhaps we should check there. Some new stuff here. Reports of construction. Your mom was investigating reports of construction in the lake. She found no evidence of it, or who might be behind it. Your mom was conducting research in the lake. Your mom was investigating reports of unpermitted shelter construction in the lake. While there, she saw something. But what? Something in the lake. My mom saw something in the lake. Let's see. Okay, so we got Floodgate Tavern, home, times discount. Yes, yes. Sloppy books. All right. Teens. Two teens nod and gesture excitedly while bouncing between topics. A stocky pit bull with piercing green eyes watches the horizon with a neutral demeanor. As you reach down to pet the dog, she shows her teeth and growls softly. A young man leans against his station wagon while scrolling idly on his phone, his silhouette darkened by the fluorescent glare of the payday lender sign. Driver. Started doing this rideshare thing a few weeks ago. Kinda hate it. Why? Pays like shit. Spending hours a day making small talk with randos is melting my brain. Nearly broke an axle driving over a pothole in Hollygrove. And this is my grandpa's car. If I trash it, he'll kill me. Drove anyone interesting? There's all types around here. Some guy drove out to the middle of the swamp. It was like 2 in the morning. Asked me to wait. He got out, took off his clothes, jumped in the bayou. Came back up a minute later with a bag. Towed off, got back in. Found that to be pretty fucking weird, I don't know. And a while back I drove some lady out to the medical district. She was an odd one. Seemed kinda sick. Asked me all kinds of questions. Do I ever pick up random signals on the radio? Weird shit like that. There's just all types. Probably gonna try and get an invite to this quack app people keep talking about. Something's got to be better than this. BMX. Where this dog came from, bruh? Baseball cap. Doesn't know. She's been sitting here for a while. You seen her eyes? Them eyes or something, bruh. Yeah, I do like how they don't actually give like the random characters names, just titles of like him. He's on a BMX, so I'll call him BMX. Another one's got a baseball cap on, so baseball cap. This guy driver cause he's by his car. Your mom used to come here to dig through the stacks. Among the heaps of used romance novels and westerns, she always managed to find some occult artifact. The owner's also a landlord. You imagine that's the only way he manages to keep a place like this running. Over the years, they've experimented with other revenue-generating schemes. For a while, you get your phone repaired here. Then they try selling vape cartridges and Kratom. Then anime wall scrolls. LSU yard ornaments after that. You remember seeing online that they were trying to do some kind of acupuncture thing. In the end, the schemes always failed, and only the paperbacks remain. You wonder how anyone can read in this damn and cluttered bookshop. As your eyes adjust, you see Blake's childhood friend Erica waiting behind the counter to greet you. Erica. Kay? A million. When did you get back in town? I've been in Norco for quite some time. Perhaps you're misremembering, Erica. Weird, I guess so. But anyhow. Kay, you're looking rugged these days, old friend. That's an intense scar above your eye. Out before I left town, yeah, I'm a badass. And the minute you return, you're right back in the mix, huh? Word on the street is you clean Troy's clock. That guy, my God, he's such a clown. Glad he finally got a little taste of what he deserves. See, sucks he got fired though, just doing my part for the community. Definitely. But enough about that troll. I was keeping up with your travels online, but I haven't seen you post in a while. See, I have so much to tell you. I haven't been online much. I tossed my phone and feel great. Let's go with... I have so much to tell you. I can only imagine. I'd love to grab a drink and hear all about it. For what it's worth, things have been uneventful or eventful around here as well. Floods, fires, gunfights out in the lake. Rarely a dull moment these days. And of course, your mom was always in the mix. I'm convinced she never slept. I'd be driving in late from the city and swear to God I'd see her alongside airline. She'd have a headlamp on, dredging trash out of the burrow ditch. Up until the very end, she never let her illness stop her. I miss the hell out of that woman. Yeah. I know it always wasn't easy between you two. I was around for some of the arguments. Blake would say she was a great person, but a terrible mom. I just hope you and your brother can find some comfort. That means a lot, thank you. Of course, I lost my dad a while back, also to cancer. He was a mean bastard. Picked up my sister and threw her one time, ended up giving her a concussion. I couldn't wait for him to die. And when he did, I danced. But as the years passed, I found myself thinking about him more. It feels good to hear stories about him. It's always complicated with this shit. Never easy. Don't worry about your brother. Your mom's illness was taking a toll on him. I watched him slip back into some bad behaviors. Have you seen Blake lately? Yeah, I saw him just yesterday. He hasn't been around the house? He has not. He said he was heading to Floodgate Tavern when I saw him. He may have gotten wasted. I know Gus let him sleep behind the bar a couple of times. Did he know you were coming, Kay? He never mentioned it. He figured he tried to avoid me, thought I'd surprise him. Figured he tried to avoid me. Oh yeah, he can be like that sometimes. I've had to be delicate with him recently. If I ask how he's doing, he goes quiet. If I offer help, he doesn't return my texts. He's broken. It's a front. He wants help. Okay, it's a front. He wants help. Sure, but I can only try so hard. If I hear from him, I'll tell him to find you. Yes? Good luck finding Blake. Like I said, he probably just had a long night at the bar. Crouton. Scan the tiles on the shelf. We got 2. Don't be a vampire and Good Hope Cemetery easement. Don't be a vampire. You pick the slim self-published paperback from the shelf and flip to a random page. Another dark and lonely night spent in this cavern of despair, hidden from the daylight. Blackout curtains are all that defer my eternal death. Thought being a vampire would be sexy, but it's not. It's awful for your skin. Look pathetic. Also, blood tastes like bong water. Didn't think it'd be like this. Good Hope Cemetery easement. A carbon copy of a document authored by St. Charles Parish Planning Committee. The document outlines the parish's intentions to secure a roadway through a 90-meter stretch of the Shield Industrial Complex. This easement would allow the descendants of those entombed to visit the Good Hope Cemetery. The grave sites are currently surrounded on all sides by the refinery. Erica, so this here is the illustrious Crouton. We found him behind the dumpster out back, licking cardboard. Whatever you do, don't try to pet him, he's a devil. I got scars all over my hands from this damn cat. Oh guys, you know we gotta try and pet the cat. Oh wow, Crouton usually bites strangers, he must like you. He seems to be getting a little excited. Counter right there. Wow, I've never seen a cat purr this hard. Maybe you two should slow down. Ouch. What we got here? Hey, Blake. Your brother was headed to the Floodgate Tavern. I mentioned this to Erica when he dropped by, I think it's called Sarpy, paperback to see her yesterday evening. Your brother and client. Your mom was conducting research for a client in Fat City. That's all you. Oh. Look at really? Stop touching the cat. Crouton looks like he's fixing to explode. I want to explode, so I don't know what the deal is. I do hope Erica is correct, and that Blake's absence is due to nothing more than another drunken night. My intuition leads me with a sense that something is wrong. Do you feel it too, Kay? Does something feel strange to you? Catherine. Several weeks ago. New Orleans, Neuroversioning Clinic. Mission, what brings you here tonight? You see, I'm dying. I want a record for my children. I don't want to leave my kids alone. They may still need me. I understand. And you were referred by Mr. Richard? Duck. That's what everyone calls him. Yes, Duck. We follow his branch with some interest. Who hasn't? I gather we'll be discussing this in more detail as things progress. For now, let us begin with a simple exercise. I'd like to talk to you about your earliest memory. It's, pine trees, yes? That's right. Tell me about them. They grew from the concrete. So you like sick flesh and crack the driveway. They grew from the concrete and cracked the driveway. The concrete broke into pieces. It made your father upset. He'd see them and frown, but he'd remain silent. He'd sit quietly in the truck, dissatisfied. I wouldn't say a word. Speaking in those moments made you a fool in his mind. Your father's house. Suffolk. I couldn't wait to get out. And that's why you married Blue? Yes, they have somewhere to go. We bought our little place on Good Hope Street. The whole thing was a mistake. When I told him I didn't love him, it was in my father's voice. I told him I never loved any man. Was it true? No. That was a difficult night for you. It didn't feel real. Why? See, the spillway was black that evening, the smoke was twisted, the sky was an inversion of some other sky. Oh, the spillway was black that evening. The spillway was flooded. It looked like black marble. The world was blue. He sat at the window all night. The east-facing window? Yes. When you stood over him to apologize, you saw the flare stack of the refinery in his eyes. That's right. Okay, so these are memories. And it looks like we could either save them or delete them. How was it after that, in the time before he died? We circled each other in the wide orbits. I'd hide at the center of the house nursing Kay and only leave when I heard him step out. He'd sleep on the couch or next to her crib. He'd sing her old Cajun lullabies, pet her head, whisper to her about his life. And then there was the explosion. When the cat cracker blew, they say he fell 5 stories. We went to identify his body on a Thursday night. I remember the tempo of the streetlights, the police scattered across the east bank. I carried Kay in a blanket. She never cried. We were quiet, she and I. Tell me about this man. I would see him from time to time around Norco, and this was many years back. Well, several weeks ago, Blake saw someone passing by the house. I think it was him. Why? I just do. The robot is no longer there to deter him. Million? Yes. Could be it. What was your first encounter with Amelia? Let me think. She came to me in the parking lot. Kay was about 12 years old at the time. She knew Blue from his days at the aluminum refinery. I stared for a long time into her constellation of eyes. They swirled in a kind of desperation. I took her home, knowing it was another mistake. You were reckless in those days. I welcomed any trouble I could find. Like I said, I love that design though. That one just freaks me out. What is the significance of this image to you? It's... well, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. It's a sphere. It followed me in the lake. When? Recently, a few weeks ago. This is where Mr. Richards' branch factors into your biography. Duck's version escaped. A hard fork, an extremely rare occurrence, and grew into some kind of monster. It began speaking to me through the radio. It told me to install an app. An app? Yes. I think it has something to do with the thing, the sphere, whatever it is. But so long as it pays, I don't care. I can use the money. The app pays? Yes. I see. It seems this is the last control point that you submitted. Would you like to include any additional thoughts or memories? Anything not included in the intake form? No, that should be enough. I'll now begin disconnecting the sensors. A slight feeling of nausea and disorientation is normal and no cause for alarm. Thank you for your patience, Miss Madura. Ooh. Okay, we got no idea what Super Duck wants from me. Better check my phone. Wallet watch. Okay, we got case picker. Hoot hoot. We got order ride. Quack job. Messenger. It says here I need to go to the Curious Duck. See, do work, earn quack. So quack was like some kind of cryptocurrency, I think, because we saw that before. Let's see, install quack, complete. Meet contact a Curious Duck, incomplete. See, the Curious Duck is the nearest rendezvous to your location. More information awaits you there. Receive orientation. Receive orientation at Eagle Janitorial and Paper Supplies in Fat City. Don't know why, but I like the name Fat City. I don't know why. Okay, what we got here? A My Direct. Welcome to the Oxnard My Direct Medical Portal. Bill for $1,563.24 been posted to your My Direct portal. Outstanding balance. Yeah, so it looks like our balance keeps going up and up and up. Yep. Last one, outstanding balance of $15,872.33 is waiting in your My Direct portal. Let's see, Duck. Been a while, Duck. Too long, old friend. How's the weather on your side of the tracks? They had me on chemo. Terrible. I don't have long myself. They got me carrying around a tank. Blue's waiting for us. I don't doubt that for a minute. Praise the glory of God. Something on your mind, Kate? Don't want to raise your blood pressure. Try me. Super contacted me. So he did. Don't mess around with that shit. Where you went? Don't mess around with Super Kate. That thing's got no soul. Like to ruin what all it touches. I need the money. It don't take money where we're going. I can't leave it for the kids to clean up. Blue left him a little bit, but with how he went, but I was a fool. Don't worry yourself like this at the end. Find peace. No peace for me. Don't get mixed up with that thing, Kate. I'll tell you now, it won't go how you want it. Kate, god damn it, hope you're listening. Blake. Where you at, Ma? I'm out. I'm fine. Had to drop something off at your bronze. I'm pretty sure it's grandfather, I think. Been gone a while. I had to make a couple of stops. I'm okay, I promise. Blake, have you heard from your sister? Yeah, she says she's okay. But where is she? She didn't say. Dear, where did my pills go? I guess it's in a meeting, maybe? We'll call back. Blake, how'd it go this morning? We'll call. Ma, he came back around. I'll be home soon, calling Uncle Chip. It's fine, love you. Love you, sweetheart. Blake, can you hear me? Can you come to the living room, please? Something's happened. Out this evening, everything's okay. You need to stay home. I'll be fine, I promise. Love you, my nerd. Love you, Ma. Let's see, just checking in. Please text when you can. Kay, I'm fine. Where are you, dear? Arizona. We're in Arizona. I don't know. Love you. Just checking in. Still in Arizona? New Mexico. Be careful. It doesn't seem safe to be there right now. Call when you can. I'm getting worried. Okay? Blake says he hasn't heard from you. Really getting concerned. Please call. They put me on another round of chemo. Love to hear from you. Call. I mean, it looks like Catherine did try. With K. Attendant. Ma'am? Ma'am, are you okay? My eyes are just playing tricks on me, I guess. Vertigo and visual distortion are common side effects of a versioning session. Shall I contact our own-call physician? No, it's fine. Very well. Last name? Is it Madur? First name Catherine. One moment. Your head drive was fully synced. You have chosen our silver tier. The product does not come pre-installed with adware blocking services and is provided as is without warranty. You are eligible for a free sync at any time before the new year. Thank you for choosing the Greater New Orleans Neural Versioning Clinic for your cognitive versioning needs. Kept wanting to say visioning. Okay, so that's there. That's all there is. Alright, clinic. Billboard. The uncanny smile of a personal injury lawyer, Martin Smart, hangs above Interstate 10. His eternally coiffed hair clings desperately to his head. His hallmark blood-red tie catches the eye of drivers speeding east. Just a click away, the sign reads. Interstate 10. The Interstate Expressway traces a scar down Claiborne Avenue from east to west. East. The bridge cuts east to the remainder of the 7th Ward like places whose stories should be forgotten and left behind in haste. The pillars still tell those stories beneath the interstate. East above the Industrial Canal, the motoring strip malls, the narrowed expanse of the lake, the shrimp boats that prowl the black marble waves. East through Mississippi in the winter weeknight darkness, and onward to Florida where it terminates. West. West is the suburbs that Catherine calls home. West is a concrete expanse that breaks clean and sharp at the St. Charles Parish line and gives way to the Cypress Swamps. Yellow crowned spires of the overpass silhouetted by an unnatural glow that leads to Norco. Figured I'd eventually say Narco. Okay. Okay, so we're at the clinic. A newly refinished Art Deco structure goes beyond the overpass. They turned Charity Hospital into art lofts. Disgusting. Showgoer. This is taking forever to start. I'm starving. You been to any of these yet? No, what is it? A puppet show. They always start late. I told them I'd help load the gear, so I'm stuck here until it's over. My stomach's going to eat itself. Puppet theater. A makeshift puppet theater. The curtains are closed. Maybe I'll come by later to see what this is about. Okay. So 2 new ones, French Quarter and City Hall. Skater. A man holding a skateboard scrolls on his phone. Beautiful night, huh? It's lovely. There's finally a cool front. Been waiting months for it. I come out here most evenings, no one bothers you around this time, plus you see a different side of the place. What do you mean? How so? People pass through this building at night you never expect. You know the, what do you call them? What do they call themselves? The Gregs? Garys? I can't remember the name. No idea. The kids that squatted at the Promenade Mall. They're obsessed with Ken or John? Nope. And it probably wouldn't mean much to you, but anyhow, I see them come in and out of City Hall almost every night. I know it's them because my buddy Bruce got wrapped up in that stuff. Before you get initiated, they make you wear these goofy red polo shirts. Then, once you're a full Greg, Gary, or whatever, you get to wear the blue polo shirt. Sounds like a joke, and it is, but I don't think they realize it. Anyway, that's the kind of stuff I see around here at night. What would they be doing here? I wish I had a clue. An armed security guard greets Catherine as she enters the building. He sits on a wooden stool next to the walk-through metal detector. Good evening. Badge, please. Damn, I left it at the house. There are no council meetings scheduled for this evening. You need an employee ID badge to enter. The guy out front mentioned squatters and polo shirts coming in and out of the building at night. I don't get paid to answer questions. A figure sits at a desk overlooking Duncan Plaza in the deepening winter night. He watches the fingers of a cool front animate the tops of oak trees in the park. The air this evening is the driest it's been since spring. He watches the last remnant of the commuter traffic leaving Canal Street. The pulsing taillights, the shift workers running towards the bus. He watches an airplane climbing from Armstrong International as passengers look down at the warm glow of the city. The oak trees, the traffic, the frail woman staring from the street. Warm glow and darkness. Wind from the lake. I like to look at that. Let's see, what we got here? We got crowd, Santa, vendor, Googles, and there's a curious duck. That was in the app. Sure, there's nothing else. Tour guide. And that is why Marie Laveau opened a t-shirt and camera shop on Royal Street. Jazz Fest Dad. That's not scary at all. Round glasses. I pay for a ghost tour. We're just going to walk around looking at t-shirt shops. I want my damn money back. This is a farce. What kind of tour guide are you? Well, technically I'm not one, but... Excuse me? My roommate is. And where is he? Long story. I came all this way because the website said it'd be fun. I'm having an alright time. This city was supposed to be enchanting. Tour guide. Anyone trying to score some Molly? I hate New Orleans. See, the man masquerading as a tour guide continues to lose control of the crowd. This city is just one big scam. A hot dog vendor sits behind a large plastic cart. He looks up eagerly as Catherine approaches. Flannel ass? Oh, hey, hi. He watches Catherine with a silent grin. So, is this... I'm Flannel ass, and these... He makes a grand sweeping gesture above the pot of vague meat. Are my dumpy dogs. Silent smiling resumes. He begins to pick at the lint that papers his jacket. Flannel ass? Dumpy dogs? He nods, smiles. Would you like one? I'm not in the best of health. I worry that one of these may kill me. No, they're good for you. They're just a bit old. Boss says he won't resupply me with more until I sell the ones I have. But the more time passes, the harder they are to sell. How old are they? Business was popping, like I was doing really well. Selling a lot of dogs back in YX2D. YX2D, that's nearly a decade ago. Yes. Enthusiastic nodding. Anything else I can help you with? Leave. Santa. Well, ho ho ho. Santa's eyes roll wildly in their deep sockets. His mouth twists into a smile. How are you, dear? Got $1 to spare? Help spread some Christmas cheer? What are you raising money for? Something very benevolent. Like a food bank or... Yes. Yes, a food bank? Food bank, veterans, animal shelter, who cares? Just give me the $1. It's my last one. Going back on your word, are you? Not true. I never promised you anything. You're a liar. I'm not a demon. Demon? Santa points his bell at Catherine in accusation. Demon. His posture relaxes abruptly. Open your heart. This is a time of giving. I think I'll leave Santa be. Beard. How's your night, ma'am? Yeah, not great. Sorry to hear it. You wouldn't have any change to spare, would you? And she says all she's got is $1. So... Sure, but all I've got is $1. Really appreciate that. Things have been hard to come by this evening. Didn't know we'd be going head to head with a sketchy Santa. This sign says he's raising money for veterans. Last night it was for leukemia. Night before that it was for something else. I respect the grift, but he stole her corner. You should confront him. We did. He, Beanie. He tried to kill us. Yeah. With a knife. Wow. It was dull, so it just bruised a little. Well, that's terrifying. Are you sure you're okay? Doesn't hurt as long as I'm drunk. So thanks for the dollar, lady. Yeah, thanks for the pain relief. They're honest about it. You know where the buck's going to go to. Thanks again, lady. So you changed your mind. Getting hungry? Craving a dog? No. Okay, so guess we there's a small plaque next to the door. It says Curious Duck. This is the place. Door's locked. Okay, so we can't go to the Curious Duck. Show's not started. We explored the rest of this. Okay. What was that? It's like 17 something just a second ago. Right now it's 1677, but we only have 1011. How about it? $1 for some Christmas cheer. I just let go of my last dollar. What? That dollar's for me! Okay, so you can switch between the black cryptocurrency and dollars. Got 5G. Oh, see, it says make contact at Curious Duck. That's where we're at, but the door's locked. Let's see. Let's see something real fast. Didn't see anything else here to interact with. There. Need to get inside the Curious Duck. Yeah, well, I don't think we looked at, did we? The unmarked neuroversioning clinic is empty tonight. Business of questionable repute. It caters largely to clients of modest means. It keeps odd hours to accommodate students and evening commuters. Online reviews range from lukewarm to alarming. Well, she's not doing that whole wavy thing now, so that's good. Searching all over screens to find things to interact with. I don't think there's a button, because you know some games there's like a button you could press and it'll display what all you can interact with. I don't think this is one of them. Okay, let's see. Came from there. Been to City Hall. Couldn't get in there. Interacted with that. See, need to get inside the Curious Duck. Curious Duck's door is locked. What's with this shop over here? I was told to come by, but the door's locked. Curious Duck? Knows he doesn't let anyone in unless they know the secret knock. What's the secret knock? I can't say, sorry. It's urgent, please. Well, I do need some business. Alright, I'll buy one of these old hot dogs. You won't regret it. Doubtful, how much? Just $14. Is that a joke? It's what a joke. Christ, do you take wallet transfers? Cash only? Damn, well, what if I send some business your way? I'll show you the knock. Fine, it's a deal. Maybe we can send Santa over there, make him sick. Go away. Okay, do you consider yourself an adventurous eater or hot dogs up the street? Okay. If you like to live dangerously, there's a guy selling old hot dogs up the street. Sounds like a delicacy. Always looking for ways to fortify my intestines. The show's getting started. I'll go grab one after it's done. The crowd has arrived to watch the show. The show's getting started. I should take a seat. Eat reform. Excess. Cold drinks. Gator. Deep in this citrus hollow I hide. I mourn this evening my last child has died. They hang hooks from the trees with chicken thighs. They shoot bullets in our heads behind our eyes. It is a curse that I am last to survive. I was once captured by a fisher fool who called me his own. He walked me like a dog along the sinking streets. He fed me strange plants and deli meats. He even covered me with blankets when I went to sleep. I left on the night of a monstrous flood. The fool was not rested a single night since. He stalks these bayous each night, hoping to see my eyes shine. He calls out a ridiculous name that was never mine. Tonight I will shine my eyes at him. I have a request. Kill the shrimp catching man who killed my children. Remove his head. Bring me a skull. Do this, and you may again leash me like a dog. Oh, this is interesting. Let's see. Okay, so we can either use spacebar to move forward or just the left mouse button. Hello, fisherful. You've trolled this bayou for many nights. Here I am, the one you're trying to find. My child hangs dead across the lake. Bring me the head of the shrimp catching man. The one who captures the small ones. Peel the flesh from his skull. Do this, and I'll be your dog again. So our boat has life too. Let's see a way to get over there. Without getting killed anyway. A solitary egret stands in the rush, undisturbed by the boat's wake. Hand-painted cross and votive candles hide in the rushes along the bank. A bone-white oak tree towers above the display with a plaque nailed to its trunk. It reads, "Monster that took you, promise I'll find. Your daddy, he love you. Rest easy, child." A small assortment of sentimental objects are piled up at the foot of the cross. Sift through the objects. A journal, two waterlogged to read, a set of playing cards, small figurines, a cell phone case. You slide the case into your pocket. Oh, this map is a little bit hard to see, especially when it zooms in when you're moving. Okay, was that? Oh, well. Okay, didn't know that. Now we do. Something else over there. Have to go investigate that. Slow, slow. Oh. An alligator hangs dead from a meat hook fastened to the limb of a cypress tree. Shrimper. Been a long time I seen anyone down this bayou. Y'all too frightened anymore. The biggest alligator ever to hunt this lake makes her den just across the way. She took my child from me. I buried him where I found him, near where she stayed. I visit that site daily, hoping I might catch her, but she no better than to show her face. If we want to cut up that big skull of hers, that'd be something worth bragging on. It'd be a roadside marvel. There'd be money to make. I see that rifle you holding. What you say? I mean, what's the likelihood that we kill the shrimper, go back to the gator, and then the gator eats us, or this person? But the story goes what? The person's been looking for the gator for ever since it left, not able to sleep, so. Come on, boat, cooperate. You did my bidding, fisher fool, just like an obedient dog. Each day you held me captive, my patience drained. Do not humiliate me again. Consider this your last mistake. Yep, see. Chronic Bayou Ghost Tour, Fisherman's Plight. I relished the horror that struck the fisher fool's eyes. I first took one limb, but left him alive. I made him crawl like a dog before he died. Harsh. The crowd is discussing the show. Oh, we get to see. Use that? Yeah. Thus, that's the case that we found. Yeah, it's freaked me out though. I keep wanting to click over to the side of the screen, thinking I could go that way, but it's all down here. There we go. Ah, hey, thanks for sending some business my way. No problem, but we had a deal. Deal? You're supposed to show me the knock? Oh, well, sorry. Rosie would be upset. Are you kidding? I sent you business. Show me the knock. That was the deal. Well, okay, but I'll only show you once. So, here, listen. Did you get it? That was a secret knock? Very secret. That's how everyone knocks. Exactly. Who would suspect it? Guy from the puppet show. Guess you followed my food recommendation. Hey, this is pretty tasty. Thanks for the rec. I might get another one. Just wait for it, pal. Hope you know where to find a bathroom around here. Well, that's what happened to Santa. He ate one of the hot dogs. Kitty. And Catherine knocks on the door and hears the subtle sound of its unlocking. cats in this game. Hey, it's Crouton. Huh. You know Crouton from the bookstore. Well, if it's the same one, it looks like them. Crouton, the bookstore, and the present day of the game while we're playing K. That makes sense. Mass-produced novelty voodoo dolls and tribal figurines clutter the display case. Novelty New Orleans themed t-shirts line the back wall. An odd jumble of Mardi Gras beads and other trinkets spill from the table. An overpriced selection of travel guides, cookbooks, and haunted histories of New Orleans fill the shelf. Unopened merchandise boxes are pushed to every corner of the room. This cat looks familiar. Oh, don't touch the ball. Or do you think you can come in here with your soft little hands and touch on my magic ball? Don't work like that, love. Now I gotta clean off the smudges. I see you been eating french fries. Greasy hands. Nasty. You must be one of them super duck people. Always coming around here looking down at the cell phones. Greasy hands. Terrible. The app said I should come here? The app. Yes, ma'am? Something not right about you. You a drug head? I'm sorry, is this the right place? It is, Butterhands, it is. Just calm down, love. You made it. Dallas will tell you what's what. Go talk to Dallas. I called when I heard you trying to break into the place. Hell of a racket you were making. Jiggling on the handle like you couldn't get a hold of it. Now I see why. Dallas will be right up front. I don't got time to be babysitting you. Now that I gotta clean up all this. Stains all over my ball. You wanna check your shoes before you come in? My shoes are covered in dog shit. Go, bitch. Yeah, my sharp little pothead. One last thing. That gemstone you got hanging from your neck, that thing ain't real. I know. Trashy. Damn. Touch it again. I said don't touch my ball, love. I just thought she'd be honest because she's been walking around, you know, the streets, everything. Say, hey, my shoes are, you know, dirty. Got dirt on them, mud. I didn't think she'd say my shoe has dog shit on it. And a woman calling her bitch. Go, bitch. That. The ceremonial mask hangs on the wall. Why are you still here? Go find Dallas. Let him deal with you. Okay. Ah. Dallas. Guessing you're Catherine? That's right. Rosie debriefed you? Was that a debriefing? I don't know if that's what I call it, but sure. She can be kind of... He casts his grays into the sky and back to Catherine. Never mind. Crack job should have a ticket with the information we need. No reason to stand around. What exactly is Super Duck? It's a way of making money. Right, but... It's an intelligence of some kind. I don't know its purpose. Don't know why it exists. None of that. There are nodes all across the region, points where you can speak with Super Duck directly. These are all things Rosie should have filled you in on. Not surprised she didn't. What's Rosie got to do with any of this? There are a dozen or so rendezvous points in addition to the nodes. Rosie's shop is one of them. She must be making good money off of her place to the network. Probably the only reason she keeps making it. Doubt she sold merchandise in years, locks doors to discourage customers. Guess you'd call it a front. How long have you been using this app? Been doing this since before there was an app. But Super says use the app, so I use the app. Makes no difference to me. Let's go. I'm ready. Me too. Check the app and let's get moving. Only reason I ever come to the quarters for work. We met at the rendezvous point, so now what? Check your phone. Crack ought to have the information we need. How'd you get involved with Superduck? This all used to happen on Craigslist. Both showing up, the strangest things. I was busting tables uptown, cutting swing rent, had a kid to feed, started responding to the listings. First one I ever did was still a hard drive, or a head drive. Head drive. Broke into a man's house in Norco, stole it right out of his office, brought it to another house. The people there were just like me, just like you, Hal. Didn't know shit. They were there because of a post, just like I was. The house wasn't theirs, nobody knew whose house it was. They plugged the head drive into a wall, they gave me some cash, I left. Ah. I've got that one. Okay, receive orientation at Eagle Janitorial and Paper Supplies in Bat City. Can you go back in here? Dallas. Rosie. I just kind of figured there might be some kind of banter between both of them. Well, at least now we can afford it. We have $54.35. Eagle Wholesale. The doors are locked. The office is closed. The galvanized steel door to the supply warehouse has opened. Oh, what is that? Dang. Erica said Blake went to the Floodgate Tavern yesterday evening. Let's pass by on our way home and see what information we can gather. So that little ding you heard was an achievement. We finished Act 1. That's Private Detective Brett LeBlanc. Seen at the end of the bar, he's an unpredictable character. But we may benefit from speaking with him. LeBlanc, why are you looking at me like that? I still got chili on my face. The LCD pulse of the evening news makes pale shadows across the bar. An image of a man with a long gray beard hangs over the news anchor's shoulder. Another pipeline explosion has left residents of Lower St. Charles Parish shaken. Shield officials have determined that the source of the explosion was due to a botched attempt by oil pirates to divert the flow of oil into a stolen barge. A man familiar with local law enforcement, known only as Lucky, is among the pirates. Shield officials say he is believed to be hiding in the woods along the east bank between Kenner and LaPlace. Residents are asked to call Crime Stoppers the information. A man lies face down in the bar surrounded by empty bottles. Why are you touching my partner? This is where he come to relax. I like to always look around the background just to see if there's anything there to interact with before we get to the actual, people. Keith. I don't see how anyone can believe the crap the media has been putting out these days. It's all lies meant to divide working people. See for yourself. He gestures to the TV. Gus. That why you making your website, Keith? Set the record straight. You know that's right. Evening, folks. Can I get something started? You know Blake? Yeah, I know Blake. He hasn't come around in weeks. Not since he ripped me off. Wish I could say it was for the first time. See, so Blake ripped you off. Someone said Blake came by here last night. Nah, he'd be a fool to show up here after what he did. So Blake ripped you off? I let him catch some sleep right here behind the bar after last call. And wouldn't you know the boy walked off with a register? I knew he'd been getting himself all messed up on drugs. Just trying to give the kid a chance. Gave him some chores around the place. Done with him now. Done with him. Good for now, thanks. Sit here long enough, you never know who might pass through. Hey Gus, look at this dynamic duo. I'm sure I've seen these two around here before. Sure, Gus, that filthy one right there. That's Kate Madrara's oldest. Other ones are robot. Pulling my leg. That's Kay. Blues baby. Come on now. I work the turnarounds with Blue. Good man. Great man. Has some stories, him. How come his kids came out like they did? Look how this one's dressed. Looked to me like she headed to the job site. Or the circus. Blue passed before his time is why them kids don't dress right. Blue knew how to dress. You're right about that one, Keith. Sad the way the kids turned out. But forget all that. You two are lucky to be stolen in here while I'm sitting here. You're in the company of a top-rated professional sleuth, and I happen to have a bit of information. Let's see, what is it? Is it about Blake? This ain't got nothing to do with Blake, for once. It's more, mysterious. You like mysteries? Good luck, please. Time is of the essence. Pull your heels. I'm getting to it. Now I see why Kate keeps you out to the curb. And that is not correct. Save your battery life. I'm just playing with you. Tell you what, why don't you get me a drink so we can talk? We got stuff here to investigate. Lucky. A fugitive oil pirate hiding in the Mississippi River Ventura woods. Your brother never ended up at Floodgate Tavern. Erica said Blake was headed to the Floodgate Tavern last night. Gus, the bartender, said Blake never showed up. Oh, what's there? LeBlanc. Private investigator Brett LeBlanc. Oh. We must be sure to gather all the information we can from LeBlanc. What you need? I need a beer for your boy. Lord help me, another sap buying that lowlife a drink. I need you to buy me a little snack too, seeing as my wallet's all the way out in the car. Well, this is enough to get us going. Alright, where do I even start? Your mom ever tell you about me? Nah, nothing? I mean, shit. She, me must have said something? A hard-nosed detective? Charming and mysterious? Give it up, Brett. Alright, alright. I'm sure I came up. The problem is you got a piss-poor memory. Us investigators, we got to keep our memory sharp. So, while you don't know me, I know a lot about you. I grew up in this town, you understand? My cousin Susie's ex-husband knew your daddy when he was still at the plant. And Catherine, she was a few grades above me in Sacred Heart. I knew her since I was a boy. Everyone around here knew Catherine. She was always getting herself into trouble, always drawing attention to herself. People say she was kin to Jesus. Old man lived behind... nobody would say that. Talk about Pawpaw? Yeah, Pawpaw. Been years since I thought about him. What you can say about Pawpaw? He whispers some bullshit and get everyone repeating it. Wasn't all bullshit. Saying me try to crash, you know that's bullshit. We all crash children. Not like that, Gus. You know what I mean? Like literally. Wait, what? This was years ago, long before Blue died. Pawpaw told the priest a family of Cajuns came from Jesus. Said Catherine had, how you say it, like Jesus blood. Got it from her daddy's daddy, and so on all the way back to the old world. Like in that movie, one with the volleyball. And the right movie, Gus. This one with the priests and stuff. Hell, I don't know. I don't watch movies. Figure some of that's likely to be true. You believe any old shit, Keith? No disrespect. Catherine never noticed. She was off on her own planet, wild as she was. Pawpaw never wanted to be seen. He was watching Catherine, but she weren't watching him. Blue wouldn't let no man like that near her anyway. You got a point there, Keith. You'd be foolish to get in Catherine's way. Where she went, trouble followed. I admired her, and she admired me. Sure about that? She never said much, but I could tell. She only talked to you when she needed a free hand, Brett. Like hell, she did all she could to get my attention. I just had too much respect for Blue. Couldn't disarm the man's memory. The bartender shakes his head. Sometimes you make me sad. Don't mind Gus. I always been the handsome one and he gets jealous. Made me forget what I wanted to tell you. Oh, that's right. Your house is out there near the fence line. Well, that's right behind my place of business. I got a window looks out on the yard, more or less. But this is a pretty long story. And like I was saying, I got my wallet with me. And you want us to buy you another drink. It's a real generous offer, robot. Thank you for that. Unbelievable. What's it gonna be this time, folks? The block wants another. Word of warning, he'll bleed you dry. This is the cheap stuff. I ain't complaining or nothing, just making an observation. Tastes like dog piss. It's real important information I'm trying to share here. Valuable, you might say. Can you buy me the cheapest beer in the house? A little rude maybe, but that's okay. Ain't no problem. So listen here, this is what I want to tell you. My office window looks out on your mama's yard. I'm always keeping an eye on the street. This was a little ways back, right after Catherine passed. I was looking out here. I was looking out there on the street like I do, and I seen these shield security types leaving the house. I was carrying a box. You saw shield security leaving Catherine's house with a box? That's what I'm saying, robot. I was walking out the front door with a box, casual as can be. And where the hell were you? Are you some kind of security robot yourself? Let's see, what would she be looking for? Hell if I know. Laura St. Clair, the regional CEO they got over there. She always took a bit of an interest in your mama. I hear she's a loose cannon. Why would she be interested in my mom? Everybody was. He's right. Everybody wanted what was in her head. What makes her a loose cannon? That's just what they say. You talk about Laura, piece of work, that woman. Now she hasn't run the whole operation to the ground. The only reason the board keeps her on deck is because of her father. A lot of people want her gone. Who's her father? Thomas St. Clair, down at Claire Bionics. They made robots just like your friend here. Hell, Million might be a St. Clair unit herself. Anyhow, man's rich as can be. Thomas St. Clair is a servant of the devil. There Gus goes with his bullshit. Not bullshit, it's truth. Alright, Gus. Enough about Laura St. Clair. Why didn't you try to stop the shooting? Well, because I was busy. With what? You know, just busy. Who cares for what? When are you ever busy with anything? All the time. I can hardly get a minute to relax. So what were you doing? I told you. I was looking out the window and I saw them shield people. So answer the question, Brett. You see these people break into a home. They're always coming around here bragging about stopping. The bad guys? If I was so busy, I might have killed them. Sometimes I wonder if half these stories you tell. Ask around town. Everybody knows I'm a killer. They're just fantasies you make up to convince yourself. I was taking a shit. The detective smooths his tie as a moment of silence settles over the room. The window was next to the toilet. I'm always watching the street because I have an irritable bowel syndrome. I didn't even start wiping when I seen them shield dudes. Alright, bruh? Everybody call bruh. Or Brad. Would you run down Apple Street with poo all over your ass? The man closes his eyes and shakes his head slowly. I take that as a no. You would. Nobody would. You got to have a clean ass to fight crime. Everybody knows that. Had I been done wiping, I guarantee you they'd be dead right now. I'm serious. That's enough. Before you go, I got one more thing. I'm hungry. It'd be a real nice gesture to appreciate if you bought your informant something to eat. And circle back afterwards, I might have a little more information to share. What now, old boy got hungry? Yes, actually. Sucker born every day. Good for business, I guess. I should have mentioned I don't care much for the fries here, but that's okay. I ain't complaining. This would like me a sandwich, is all. But forget all that. What's important right now is that you understand what I told you. I saw shield thugs leaving your mama's house with a box. What the box contained? idea. But they was in there looking for something, no telling what. They got them headquarters deep inside the refinery and that old plantation house where the real action happens. If I had to guess where they were heading, it'd be there. Say, Keith, you getting all this? Every word. He's making himself a little news website. What's the name going to be, Keith? I got a few ideas in my mind. You just like Duck, bruh. Ducks used to be a news junkie too, digging up dirt on all the bigwigs. That was before the cancer knocked him on his ass. Some people just want to know the truth. You about to see Duck K? Man can use visitors. Not yet. Better go see him. That old boy knows shit no one else does. Where is he? What do you mean? Kate must have took you to see Duck 1,000 times? Just think about it for 2 seconds. Professor LeBlanc is right to suggest we visit him at some point. Perhaps? Oh yes, quite. Why you talk like that? That make you in England or something? You sound like a like a queen. Thank you. Weird ass thing. Anyhow, figure I'll be seeing you two again. Good luck. Excuse me. Hurry it up then. We're looking for my brother. Why don't you ask Gus about that? I don't keep up late no more. Too much trouble. Let's see, we'll need help getting into the refinery. Getting in that refinery ain't easy. I know that much from experience. You should find one of them people like they can talk about the news to help you out. Old pirates. Barricading Highway 1, diverting pipelines and all this. Them the only kind I ever seen get into their security. They was saying on TV one of them pirates been hiding in the woods. It's all over the TV. He points at the television. Yeah, we read that earlier. You two knuckleheads managed to figure out what Shield was looking for. Come and tell me. Good detectives should know what's going on. See, tell me more about Pawpaw. What do you want to know? How did you become fixated on my mom? A small town like this, your mama attracted attention. He's watching too many movies. Cooked up some strange ideas. Got his wires crossed. That's my guess. Sounds about right to me. Where is he now? Living in a ditch somewhere. Ain't nice, Gus. Lived here a long time ago. He used to do odd jobs, roofing, fabrication, that kind of thing. Well, tell him where he went. Probably looking for work. How well did you know him? I see him walking by every now and then. We exchange a few words. They say he threw a brick through the church window once upon a time. They had people buzzing. A lot of us knew who he was, but no one knew much about him. One of those kinds of people. Let's see, that's enough about Pawpaw. Where can I find Duck? Like I told you the first time, just think about it for 2 seconds. I'm sure you've been there 1,000 times, kid. If we're to attempt to get into the refinery to reclaim your mother's possessions, we'll need help. LeBlanc may know where to find it. Let's see, we need to find a way into the refineries. LeBlanc suggested we visit Duck. It's good advice. Do you recall where Duck lives? We need to find a way into the refinery. Yes, Jill has stolen some of your mother's possessions. We can attempt to infiltrate the refinery ourselves, but don't think we'll be successful. Let's ask around for help. There's a fugitive hiding in the woods. Yes, we saw him mentioned on the news, allegedly an oil pirate. What about him? Are oil pirates common? Increasingly so. The pipeline network in this region is largely unmonitored. Clairbionics and other developing new technologies to address this. Where's the material? Mature woods are along the Mississippi River near Dime's Discount. Okay, we know where that's at. Maybe he can help us get into the shield? That's reasonable to assume. We got memories. Thomas St. Clair. Thomas St. Clair is Laura St. Clair's father and the affluent founder of Clair Bionics, a machine learning startup. Laura St. Clair is the regional executive of Shield Oil. Her role is not secure. The board would like to replace her, but they fear the influence of her father. Laura St. Clair is interested in your mom, likely due to some aspect of your mom's research. You saw Shield agents leaving your house with a box following your mom's death. More. Is that right at the top? Bloodline. An old man in Norco named Pawpaw had delusions about your mom. He believed her to be a descendant of Jesus Christ by way of her Cajun ancestry. He once threw a brick through a church window. This has taken another unusual turn. Erica told us that Blake was heading here yesterday evening, but the bartender says that Blake hasn't come by in weeks. Something may have happened on his way here. LeBlanc says that Shield has stolen a box of your mother's possessions. You have nothing else to go on. You must retrieve the stolen items and hope that they point us toward your brother. Accessing Shield's headquarters won't be easy. Without assistance, perhaps impossible. I suggest we recruit help before attempting it ourselves. I still like the whole, we snoop for you. Oh, it even saves who you have in your party, shows it there. Alrighty guys, think we're going to call it there for the night. Like I said, it's been a while since I played a point and click game. I'm really liking this one. I love the whole visual style they chose for it. Interesting characters so far. Like I said, I really love Million's character design, just the look of it. Oh. How's it feel to be back in this house, Kay? Be fine. Like I'd rather be anywhere else. Can we talk about something else? Fine. I hope that you made some peace here. You weren't happy here before you left. I understand why. You and Catherine didn't get along. You never said it, but I know she regretted the way she spoke to you in those days. I don't mean to dwell on such difficult topics. Monkey. Monkey still stares at us. Well, let's save that again. And you know, the map seems to be decently sized, at least from what we could see. Yeah, see. I mean, you know, there's nothing that says we get to go all the way over here. It's probably just around this area. We got the floodgate, which we just came from. Got home, which is where we're at. We got the discount store. Over here's the bookstore. And there's the shield, which we've not been to. Yep. So we will pick up here again tomorrow night. I'd like to finish this, see where the game goes to, the story. Find out what they took from their mom's house. Especially figure out what the heck is up with this. Yeah, we still don't have anything to use with it, so I definitely curious about that. Alright guys, well, like I said, we'll pick up here again tomorrow. Exact same spot. Well, you know, not here, but inside the house. So, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I will see y'all tomorrow night, and I hope you have a good rest of your night.